With UFO disclosure being harder and harder by the day, with, in some instances, UFO whistleblowers' lives being threatened, and some UFO whistleblowers like David Grush being threatened to be thrown in prison, it's a very tough place for a UFO whistleblower to be, because nobody wants to discredit themselves, their careers, or have their entire lives that they've built worked so hard to build up, discredited off of a few statements stating that they've seen UAPs, UFOs, or little green men potentially. So, with that said, it's obviously incredibly hard for them to be able to go out and say, I have information on this topic. Until now. Because over the past couple of hours, there has been a UAP disclosure fund that has been launched. And a new organisation with the leadership consisting of Lou Elizondo, Gary Nolan, Carl Nell, Chris Mellon and Matt Ford has been created. And it's called the UAP Disclosure Fund, like I've said. So the UAP Disclosure Fund is a non-partisan political non-profit 501 that advocates for the greater government transparency regarding unidentified anomalous phenomena, UAPs, and we work to support new UAP legislation, provide legal representation for whistleblowers, promote scientific research, and raise public awareness to an effort to better address the UAP issue. Now, on the surface, this looks absolutely fantastic, okay? Because, like I've said for the past few weeks now, it's disgusting that whistleblowers are being treated in the way that they do, with, you know, like I've said before, the likes of David Grush being threatened to be sentenced to prison time for coming out. Lou Elizondo even having to make statements in the past few weeks, stating that if something was to happen to him, he was not in any reckless sports, he wasn't on recreational drugs, he wasn't, planning to end his own life. And I've said there needs to be more done. So these people decided to take it upon themselves to come together to launch this disclosure fund. Now, as we can see here, we've obviously got the team. So we've got Lou Elizondo, who's the board of directors. Well, these are all board of directors along the top. So the former head of Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, Gary Nolan, who's also on the board of directors, a professor in the Department of Pathology at Stanford University School of Medicine, Carl E. Nell, board of directors, aerospace executive, and retired senior military officer, corporate strategist. We've got Christopher Mellon, who is a former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense and Intelligence and Staff Director of the Senate Intelligence Committee. We've got Kirk McConnell, who's on the advisory board, who is a former senior staffer for the U.S. Senate Committee and Armored Services. And we've got Yuan Feng, who is an executive director, so he was a political strategist and creative director. Matthew Ford, who is also a director of strategy, a political strategist and creator of The Good Trouble Show with Matt Ford. And Leslie Duckworth, who is the chief financial officer. On the surface, these are very reputable people within this space. Obviously, Gary Nolan springs to mind specifically recently. Lou Elizondo's been in the news. Carl Nell. All of these people, in some way, have links to whistleblowers, either being a whistleblower themselves or have links to information regarding the UFO topic. And they've decided they're going to band together and create this non-profit, and they seem to be very specific about that, non-profit disclosure fund. But it's been met with some mixed responses. But before we get into that, let's look at some of the statements that were made by the founders. So Matt Ford states that he's in the position at the UAPDF is unrelated to his show, The Good Trouble Show. Hi friends, please note that the position at the UAPDF is unrelated to The Good Trouble Show. Okay, and Lou Elizondo also commented on it, stating, I'm very pleased to be a part of this amazing organisation. Together, we will prevail in our pursuit of the truth on disclosure. Very, very promising stuff. Everyone, that's exactly what we're all here for. We all want to know about disclosure. We all want to know what's truly going on and what we're not being told. But as we scroll through the comments, obviously, one thing that I noticed as well, very specifically, and I was very shocked to see, obviously the biggest whistleblower to come out over the past kind of 18 months or so was David Grush. Obviously, he did that News Nation interview with, his name escapes me now. I've forgotten his name. But, you know, he was huge. He was really pushing it. And he's also been at kind of the figurehead of these congressional hearings as well. Someone's also commented, interesting Grush isn't there. Massive talks about it being a money grab. Quote, fund. TTSA V2. We've got still waiting to be heard on my encounters. Great. Some people stating that it's a great group of people. Pawns in the game. That's what's your next move, because we're running out of nothing's given. We've also got congrats. You know, people like I said, it's Ross Coulthart. That's his name. Ross Coulthart. People throwing the $sign around. Why does Matthew Ford look like Jack Nicholson? There's so much work to do. The whole point all along, money. So it's very conflicted. Though I think that this could have the potential to be fantastic. You know, providing legal representation to whistleblowers. You know, almost like an element of security for these people. But it does get overshadowed a little bit by what's the true goal here? What's the true end game? Is this truly about what they state it is, which is supporting whistleblowers and kind of striving for disclosure? Or is it more about the dollars? Because, I mean, it's too early to tell. I can't jump the gun and say this is all about the money, or I can't just say this is all about disclosure, because we'll need to see what happens. And I think the first kind of few encounters that we have with this group will be very telling as to what happens next, if that makes sense. And kind of, you know, if there is a facade of whatever, that will quickly fall, and we will soon learn the true intentions of what this group's all about. So I found it very interesting. But that's the kind of the main talking point of this. Obviously, this is all so very new, so it's almost impossible to say what is going to happen. But what do you think about the group? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Do you think it's good? Do you think there's a bit of a caveat here? Do you think there's a hidden intention behind this? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now, I have got a very good UFO clip spotted over Nevada, apparently, that's kind of surfaced on the internet that I wanted to round up the video on because I saw it, I was intrigued, and I thought I'd let you guys know about it. So let's take a little look at it together.
Well, if I see the UFO,
we're seeing one.
I'm gonna be.
What if it just dropped down right now?
Sucked us all up.
Look how it looks.
It's not moving straight. Do you see it? It's like jerking side to side. Yeah, it's like this. Because there's a plane right there.
Oh! Oh! Do you see that? Yo.
It's definitely moving.
Because look, there's a plane right there. Literally.
Moving very quick as well.
It doesn't look like that. It is bright. And it looks like it got like.
It's dimming. Do you see it?
It is. If it disappears, I'm gonna show you. Shut up, fool.
Oh.
Shut up, fool.
My God.
It's gone. Now it looks like a star.
Oh my God.
It's gone. It's gone. Oh my God.
Very interesting, and I found it intriguing the way that it kind of disappeared, though it could be cloud density, it could just be hidden behind the clouds. But let's bear in mind that this clip was, or this sighting happened over Nevada. Now, obviously, in Nevada is Area 51, and Area 51 is said to be an aircraft, a top secret aircraft facility where they obviously try, create, test out new aircraft for the military. It could just be something like that. It could be like a high-powered drone. It could be literally anything. It's very difficult to say. But it could also be a UFO. So I hand it over to you guys. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Like I say, Please let me know what you think about this UAP fund and this disclosure fund. Do you think it's good for the whistleblower community? Do you think it's good for the disclosure community and the UFO community? Or do you think it's a bit of a farce? I'd love to see your thoughts and opinions. And while you're down there, be sure to jump to get the hell out of that like button if you have not already. Subscribe if you're new. Tickle my little bell so you get notified whenever we upload to the channel. And until next time, I hope you have enjoyed and I'll speak to you later. Peace.